Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, this is Jan. Welcome to another episode on the Save Money and More with Jan channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate every single one of you. Want to jump right into it. It's sort of like a no frill style, no intro music or anything of that nature. But I have 7 ways or 7 tips or 7 things that have proven that work for me in the simplification of just living life. So they're random and they vary. Okay, here we go. Number one, I believe that how I plan my schedule has a total lot to do with the outcome of my day. I can have a wishy washy day if I so choose to, or I can have a more organized day where I get more done. And I know that. I know that. I noticed that when I distinctly and with great intent plan for my day to get certain things done, 9 out of 10 times they do get done. Does that happen to you too? Or if I have a wishy washy, any which way the wind blows kind of day, sometimes it works out. But more often than not, for me personally, getting my day more organized, or as my dad used to say to my mom in the morning, my mom's name was Vi, right? So he would say, my dad would say, so Vi, how are we going to map out today? I remember that distinctly every morning. How are we going to map out today? They mapped out their day. In other words, they made plans and they followed up, which works. So therefore, just saying. Another one, take down from the freezer in the morning what you, in all probability, will have for dinner that night. Because this is how we avoid that extra phone call. A lot of times, people, well meaning people, thought they took down, let's say, that roast or that steak or whatever it is, or that casserole that was already made, or the frozen meatballs, whatever. And sometimes it's just too late or have no time to defrost the item. And of course, the bird clock is going off. So to avoid that extra phone call or that extra trip by car to the, drive through, whatever, which ultimately ends up in spending money. Hey, if you could do it, great. But I try to avoid those things because to me, those are extra expenses that I need not have if I already have food in the house. I'm just saying. So for me, I like to plan in the morning when I'm taking down from the freezer that I might need that night. See where I'm going with that. Next, and this works for me a lot, carve out at least 1 hour a day for total relaxation. That means unplug from phones, disconnect from the world, even if it means just kicking back and watching your favorite TV show uninterrupted. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. That is really, really important to just say, hey, this is some time for myself. And you decompress from all the ongoing stresses of this world, especially the world the way it is at the moment in time. Choose an hour that works for you. If you can't do an hour, even a half hour is better than nothing. I'm serious. Or if it's better, or you prefer, for example, every so often to take a 10 or 15-minute mental break. You go for your walk, exercise, dance, I don't know, drink your iced tea, walk to the backyard, whatever it is that you zone out and take a little bit of a break from your business as usual. It's really, really, in my honest opinion, it's so important. I do it and it works for me. Music, please don't forget the simplicity, the availability, and at a touch of a button, play some of your favorite music right here on this very same platform that you're listening to this audio show. Play some of your favorite music. And let me tell you something, zone in specifically on music that has made you smile. I'll give you an example. Maybe if you play some music, for example, of when you were a young kid or a teenager or whatever favorite time of your life, what was one of your favorite times of your life? Ask yourself, what's one of my favorite times of your life looking back? Go backwards on this one. This is one time I'm saying to go backwards on things, right? Find that specific time, find a song that was really popular at that time that stuck out in your mind you haven't heard for a while. All you have to do is ask for it on YouTube, pull it up and play it. Talk about transporting you into another place and for free. It's like a mental vacation. And music is definitely a mood lifter. in my honest opinion. I'm just saying, let's talk about budgets for a minute. Sometimes disorganized, well, I should say many times disorganized budget keeping, spending here, there, and everywhere, any which way the wind blows. I mean, yeah, it sounds kind of fun, like being kind of reckless financially sounds fun for like a brief moment, but it comes back to haunt. It comes back to haunt people fiercely. I really, really mean that. So every so often, when was the last time you checked over your budget? Are there any adjustments that could be made or should be made? This is the time of the year specifically. To me, every so often is always a good time. Okay. But for those that like to do things in like a more organized way, for example, let's say beginning in January and then revisiting the budget again in like July. Right now we're in July. We're even past the middle of the year. I can't even believe it. We are in July. Hello, hello. Once the summer is gone, which by the way, I'm sorry to report, once you hit August, which is only two sneezes away from middle July, which we're pretty much into now. Once you hit August, I think September, and then we just tumble down that beautiful holiday area of the year that I personally love. But have you not noticed how fast, well, in my opinion anyway, and in my life experience, how fast that latter part of the year, quarter four goes? Oh my word. Goodness gracious. I'm just saying. So this would be a really good time to go over your current budget and ask yourself, is this something I could do to make this better? Where are we going so far? Where have we been so far? Can I increase my budget buffer? Should I listen to some more of those financial tips and tricks? Why not? It could never, ever hurt. So go over your budget. To me, this is really, really important. All right, next, get rid of stuff that's never used. It's just laying around. I mean, okay, we're on the weekend now, right? I'm recording this show for the weekend. And I'm thinking, like I myself, every so often, I like to look around me and assess, wait a minute, I have this here. How long is it here? Oh, that long? And I haven't used it yet. And then I ask myself, why have I not used that item yet? And maybe, just maybe, I could bless someone else who would really need it and use it right away, whatever they do with it, but if they really need it, it's just sitting here versus someone can really use it, you could bless someone else with. And in your case, you're just taking up space in your home or apartment, and it's doing nothing. But for someone else, they can like use that item or items. So, think about that. Is there anything that comes to mind? Okay. It doesn't have to be a huge decluttering project. I'm just asking you to take a minute in your own back of your mind. There's something that's just like laying around dormant, or you want to sell it, or times are tight for you. Make money from the thing you're not using. I'm just saying. It just, to me, it serves a bunch of purposes. All right, next, plan simple and basic meals that are home cooked. Looking back, one of the greatest memories I have, like, my mom doing simple meals, doing simple dinners. Okay. There were times when my dad helped her, like on a weekend, they did something more special, like Sunday meals were like more of a specialty meals kind of thing. But the rest of the week, it was like, like your average meat and potato and a vegetable kind of dinner. And they kept it basic back then. I don't know if that was like the way it was all over the place, but that's what my parents did. That's what my mom did, for example. Okay. Oh, what I would give to have one of her old fashioned, the way she made it, mashed potatoes and corn and chicken. That's my kind of favorite meal. I am totally happy with a chicken, mashed potato, corn type of meal. I like cream style corn. I like things like, spinach. I would love to mix up. When I was a kid, I did this on my own. I thought I invented something. I would take my chopped spinach, for example, and just roll it around inside of my mashed potatoes and just have my hunk of chicken or hamburger or whatever steak my mother would make. And I looking back, I used to say, Ma, I don't like steak. Boy, was I a fussy kid. So she would make me a hamburger. She said, well, it is steak. It's just chopped up. So then but that's what she did for me. That was then, your taste change and stuff like that. Oh my word. But basic meals like that, are you kidding? I don't need fancy schmancy. Now, I'm not saying everybody's got to think the way I do, but I myself, I grew up with basic, simple, the special Sunday dinners, like the special meals, family meals. That was, I don't know why, but Sunday dinners were special, special. Well, Sundays were special, special. It just goes along with the whole, idea of the way we did things in our family. All right. I just hope that some of these ideas or ways might help one person. There's no reason. I think we bring on way too much to ourselves. I think we stress ourselves out unnecessarily so. We really don't have to, because look at it this way. Do we not get enough stress from everywhere else for free? Why would I want to add some more? I'm just saying. There you go, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate everybody's time. Don't forget to come back tonight on Saturday night. I don't know what time you're listening to this, but if you're listening to this on a Friday night going into Saturday morning, great, thank you. But Saturday evening chat, I'm going to do another one, so stay tuned for that. That would be at 7:45 p.m. Eastern. And again, thank you all those people that have been sending super thanks. Some people can do more than others. I thank you all the very, very same way. Your generosity is humbling, just so humbling, and really, really helps this channel out. I cannot thank you enough. And I want to make a mention of something. The previous month, this is important, so heads up. The previous month, there was one person, this is the God's honest, he's watching. That person sent in, it was considered $9.99 or $10 super thanks. If that person did not send that super thanks, I would not have made the threshold that month. I'm not even kidding you. So all contributions have been very, very helpful. Thank you so much. I humbly thank you. Have a great evening, everybody, and have a great day. Take good care.